Hi everybody, Steve Degnan, Advisor Board Member and former Chief HR Officer with the first in my special series on being promotable and fireproof in your career. Today's principle is demonstrate enthusiasm. I'm going to start with a pretty extreme example and a real story about a guy named Sergeant Oscar Owens, who I worked with in the Army, who I consider the master of the phrase hooah. Now, what's hooah? It's a general purpose Army phrase of acknowledgement. It can be used for almost anything. Many think, or some researchers think, it came from an original acronym used in communications that went heard, understood, and acknowledged, but nobody really knows. Hooah is a thing though. Anyway, Sergeant Owens would come to early morning PT. Let's say it was this time of year, starting to get cold. We were stationed in Germany. Might have been misty, 40 degrees. We were about to do a run. Nobody wanted to be there. And here comes Sergeant Owens, back of the formation. You'd hear him, "Hooah!" And he'd just start screaming that over and over. Sometimes some profanity would be launched back at him because it was 5:30 in the morning and nobody was happy to be there. But eventually, people would just start laughing because it was just so over the top with all these hooahs coming. And in other situations, he would do it. I'd just be walking across, the Army base. For no apparent reason, Sergeant Owens might appear and start screaming with a salute, a big hooah, and demanding the same back of me. And of course, I would comply. And there we'd be, randomly in the middle of the base, just screaming hooah at each other for no apparent reason. It was hilarious. It was enthusiastic, and I loved it. I bet some other people did not, but I am not telling you to imitate Sergeant Owens directly. What I am telling you is to find your version, your inner version of Sergeant Owens, and make it part of your repertoire. What does that mean? It means find ways to be enthusiastic. You find it on your own, and it's much smaller in most business circles and environments. There's different ways to do it. It can be body language. It can just be having a sense of humor. It could be making the best of a bad situation like Sergeant Owens did. You've just got to start thinking about it. And leaders, special message to you. You can expect this, but you can't expect it without cultivating it. And you've got to demonstrate it yourself. I'll close with just one special message to Sergeant Owens, wherever you are.